Welcome back to, welcome to this brand new Let's Play of Call of Duty, the original one, the one from 2003? Yeah, so I decided I wanted something easy, and this should be relatively easy. We'll go through the manual. There's not a ton, because obviously we're just playing a World War II FPS, but there's a little bit of stuff, and I don't want this stuff getting lost to time. So, introduction. In war, no one fights alone. From the fields of France to the Volga River, from the smallest squads dropped behind enemy lines to the massive divisions that won the war on multiple fronts, the soldiers of the Allied forces stopped the German army by standing and fighting together, side by side. In Call of Duty, you'll fight alongside your brothers in arms as history comes alive. In momentous battles from D-Day to Stalingrad, you'll find yourself in incredibly real terrain caught in breathtaking life and death combat. You'll fight as American and British paratroopers and as a young Russian soldier conscripted into the Soviet army. Whether cut off in a village in Normandy, battling to retake Red Square, boarding and sinking a German battleship, speeding down German-held roads, or rescuing Allied officers from a German stronghold, the dangers are more than any one soldier can overcome. To make it through, you'll need your buddies around you, and they'll need you. That's what war is about, and it's what Call of Duty is about. Well, that's awfully kind of a bright, cheery view of war. Alright, single-player game. In the single-player campaigns of the game, you play as an Allied soldier deep in the thick of some of the fiercest combat of the Second World War. The success of your squad, the completion of your mission, and your very survival will depend on how well you move, how well you shoot, and perhaps more importantly, how well you keep your wits about you. Most of this is just how to do things. Playing the game display, I think we can figure this out. Movement controls, once again, I think we can figure this out. Crouching and going prone. As soon as you enter your first battle, you'll find that a soldier who stands around often winds up dead. A shrewd player will make use of both the crouch and prone stance positions when in the thick of battle to keep cover, avoid enemy fire, and move without exposing himself to danger. Keep in mind that while crouched or prone, you'll be harder to hit, but won't move as fast as when standing up. Additionally, when prone, you'll crawl on your belly at a very slow pace and won't be able to fire while moving. Important tip, always use available cover. Crouching or lying behind trees and brush can keep the enemy from spotting you. Getting behind bulletproof objects can save you from gunfire. Yeah, I don't think the brush will keep the AI from spotting us, unfortunately. I don't think there's really stealth mechanics in this game. Yeah, leaning. Lean around corners, ADS. Melee attack. And this is probably going to be the bulk of this, is they actually have like a little encyclopedia of weapons. Or I guess not really an encyclopedia, but like a listing. So weapons in Call of Duty, United States, M1A1 Carbine. The M1A1 Carbine, a 30 caliber semi-automatic rifle with a folding stock, is commonly issued to paratroopers. Though it lacks the stopping power of larger rifles, it's lightweight, accurate, and compact. Range, medium. Rate of fire, medium. Damage, moderate. Mobility, fast. M1 Garand. The M1 Garand is a powerful and accurate semi-automatic rifle. Its primary drawback is that it can't be conveniently reloaded in the middle of a clip. Range long, rate of fire medium, damage high, mobility fast. Thompson. The Thompson submachine gun is effective at close range and fires a powerful 45 ACP round. It's notoriously inaccurate at a distance, but compensates with a high rate of fire. Range short, rate of fire fast, damage high, mobility fast. Browning Automatic Rifle. The Browning Automatic Rifle is a squad support weapon used to lay down accurate suppression fire at enemy positions. It is most effective when used while prone. Range long, rate of fire fast, damage high, mobility slow. Springfield. The Springfield M1903, originally developed after the Spanish-American War, is a sniper rifle equipped with a 4x zoom scope. As a bolt-action scoped weapon, it has a slow rate of fire and reloads one round at a time. Range very long, rate of fire slow, damage very high, mobility medium. Colt 45, a standard issue pistol for American paratroopers favored by British airborne forces as well. The 7-round magazine is small, but the stopping power of the large 45 caliber round makes the Colt useful in a pinch. Range short, rate of fire medium, damage moderate, mobility very fast. M2 Fragmentation Grenade. Fragmentation grenades are very effective anti-personnel devices. The highly explosive charges reduce their metal casing to flying fragments, causing considerable blast damage. Though they're ineffective against armored vehicles, they are extremely useful for clearing out entrenched infantry positions. Range medium, rate of fire medium, damage very high, mobility very fast. Russia, PPSH. The PPSH submachine gun holds 71 rounds of Soviet pistol ammo and has a very high rate of fire. It's ineffective at long range and fires a relatively weak round, but its rate of fire makes for effective suppression in close range combat. Range short, rate of fire very fast, damage moderate, mobility fast. Mosin Nagant. The Mosin Nagant is a bolt-action rifle capable of very accurate and powerful long-range fire. However, its low rate of fire is a liability in close-range combat. Range long, rate of fire slow, damage very high, mobility medium. Scoped Mosin Nagant. Outfitted with a 4x zoom scope, the scoped Mosin Nagant is perfect for long-range sniper work. Range very long, rate of fire slow, damage very high, mobility medium. I don't know why the Luger is under the Russian weapons, but whatever. Luger. The Luger pistol carries 9mm ammunition and an 8-shot magazine. It's a highly prized trophy for Allied soldiers and can often be found as a sidearm in Russian or American hands. Range short, rate of fire medium, damage moderate, mobility very fast. RGD-33 stick grenade. Fragmentation grenades are very effective anti-personnel devices. The highly explosive charges reduce their metal casing to flying fragments, causing considerable blast damage. Though they're ineffective against armored vehicles, they are extremely useful for clearing out entrenched infantry positions. Range medium, rate of fire medium, damage very high, mobility very fast. United Kingdom, Lee Enfield. First introduced in 1907 at the outbreak of the First World War, the Lee Enfield rifle is the British Army's standard issue infantry weapon. Pretty sure the First World War didn't start until a couple of years after that, but a bolt-action rifle is powerful and effective at long range. It carries up to 10 rounds, loaded by 2 5-round stripper clips. Range long, rate of fire slow, damage very high, mobility fast. Sten. The Sten Mark II is a 9mm submachine gun effective for clearing out rooms and trenches. Its compact frame and lightweight provide excellent mobility. Range medium, rate of fire fast, damage moderate, mobility very fast. Bren LMG. The Bren is an excellent machine gun in the role of squad support. Its large size limits mobility but allows it to deliver accurate automatic rounds when fired while prone. Range long, rate of fire fast, damage high, mobility slow. Colt 45. A standard issue pistol for American paratroopers favored by British airborne forces as well. The 7-round magazine is small, but the stopping power of the large 45 round make the Colt useful in a pinch. Range short, rate of fire medium, damage moderate, mobility very fast. Mark I fragmentation grenade. Fragmentation grenades are very effective anti-personnel devices. The highly explosive charges reduce their metal casing to flying fragments, causing considerable blast damage. Though they're ineffective against armored vehicles, they are extremely useful for clearing out entrenched infantry positions. Range medium, rate of fire medium, damage very high, mobility very fast. Germany, MP40. The MP40 submachine gun is an effective room-clearing weapon. It has a relatively minimal muzzle climb, even when fired fully automatic in extended bursts. Range medium, rate of fire fast, damage moderate, mobility fast. MP44. The MP44 is an assault rifle that fires a unique short rifle round. Up close, it can be used as a submachine gun, while at longer ranges, it can operate as a rifle. Range long, rate of fire fast, damage high, mobility medium. Kar 98K. The Kar 98K is a standard issue German infantry rifle. It's accurate and deadly at long range, but suffers from a slow rate of fire due to its bolt action mechanism. Range long, rate of fire slow, damage very high, mobility medium. Scoped Kar 98K. The Kar 98K, outfitted with a scope, is a formidable sniper rifle. Range very long, rate of fire slow, damage very high, mobility medium. FG-42. The FG-42 is a great multi-purpose weapon. It's one of the deadliest fully automatic weapons available, and the single-fire mode is effective at all ranges. A 4x zoom scope is standard issue. Range very long, rate of fire fast, damage high, mobility medium. Luger. The Luger pistol carries 9mm ammunition and an 8-shot magazine. It's a highly prized trophy for Allied soldiers that can often be found as a sidearm in Russian or American hands. Range short, rate of fire medium, damage moderate, mobility very fast. Panzerfaust. The Panzerfaust, German for armored fist, is an anti-tank weapon launching a small charge designed to penetrate an armored tank or vehicle. Due to the armor-piercing nature of the charge, it's not an effective anti-personnel device. Each Panzerfaust is only a single-shot weapon, but one shot is often enough to reduce even the largest tanks to smoldering ruins within seconds. Range short, rate of fire 1 shot, damage very high, mobility slow. Stirrhandgranata. Fragmentation grenades are very effective anti-personnel devices. The highly explosive charges reduce their metal casing to flying fragments, causing considerable blast damage. Though they're ineffective against armored vehicles, they are extremely useful for clearing out entrenched infantry positions. Range medium, rate of fire medium, damage very high, mobility very fast. Stationary weapons. Okay, that just tells you how to use them. Health kits. Yes, we don't have regenerative health. We have to rely on health kits. Because this is an old school FPS. Okay, this is telling you how to connect to a multiplayer game. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Multiplayer game types. Here we go. Important tips. Nobody makes it alone. Success in Call of Duty relies on a well-coordinated and cooperative squad. Your squad mates help fight the enemy by providing cover fire and helping to eliminate threats. Above all, listen to your squad leader. Do exactly what he says and you'll stay alive. Know when to be the hero. The soldier who runs into the thick of battle, guns a-blazing, often winds up dead. Although you'll often be called upon to make split-second decisions, a level-headed and patient warrior is the one who returns home to his family. Remember that a deadly threat could be looming behind any corner, wall, window, or rock. Stay alert, move deliberately, and don't try anything stupid. Use cover. Every battle environment you encounter will have a range of available locations to keep out of sight and out of the path of whizzing bullets. Crouch and crawl behind solid cover as much as possible. You never know when new threats will spot you, and be confident that Jerry will not hesitate to shoot you down in your tracks. Stay mobile. Think you found the good spot for cover? That may change in a matter of seconds. Although pausing to regroup, assess threats, reload weapons, or replenish health is always necessary, don't stay in one location for too long. You never know when the enemy may discover you and compromise what you thought was a safe location. If you hear artillery or mortar fire in the distance, by all means, stay mobile. You may not survive if a stray shell lands near you. Be thorough. Clear buildings and combat areas with a meticulous and thorough search. Enemies may lie in silence, waiting for you or your squad to let your guard down. Reloading. Always reload your weapon after a firefight. This enables you to be as prepared as possible for the next engagement you face. Another enemy could be just around the corner, and entering a conflict with low or no ammunition, your weapon could cost you your life. Leaning. When progressing through combat areas, use the lean commands to enable you to peer around walls, doors, windows, or other obstacles. You'll be harder to see and harder to shoot should enemies be on the other side. You can also lean around obstacles to fire on the enemy, getting the jump on your targets and suppressing threats as quickly and safely as possible. Stance. Be mindful of your stance at all times. Soldiers that walk tall on the battlefield often find themselves coming home in a box. Crouching and lying prone keeps your profile low, making you harder to see and, more importantly, harder to shoot. And credits, which I'm sure we'll see in game. Customer support. The software license agreement. Notes. Get the ultimate sound. Creative 7.1. This is actually funny because I don't have this sound card, but I do have a Sound Blaster sound card in my computer. I do like that speaker set too, though. I would like a speaker set, but obviously speakers doesn't work as well with recording, so don't take this. Yeah, the strategy guide. Remember when those were a thing? Full color interior, detailed mission maps, enemy profiles, weapon stats. Oh, apparently they forgot the German arsenal. So yeah, that is the manual for the original Call of Duty. And next time, we will start the campaign. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.